Yo, welcome back to the Child House fam. It's your boy Jay back with a brand new video for y'all today. And in today's video, we're going to discuss if Jujutsu Kaisen is a ripoff from Naruto or simply drawn inspiration. But first, let's drop that intro. Alright y'all, so I tried to get on the wave of this new anime that everyone was so hyped about in the last couple of years. It had been Jujutsu Kaisen this, JJK that, and maybe I'm one of those old head gatekeeping hating ass anime niggas who really just love the older nostalgic anime, and I haven't let that go for the new greats to shine. So let me check JJK out to see how far it was since everyone, and I mean everyone, was on this job. And I ain't gonna hold y'all at first. I ain't like the shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. I start to think, am I really one of these hating ass dudes that can't appreciate the new greats? So I pushed through and had to rewatch it 2 more times. Yes, I had to watch the first 9 episodes 3 times each. On that 3rd time, it stuck. And I gotta give credit where credit is due. This shit is fire. The fights, the characters, the lore, and even the abstract art style was different. But I was like, wait, why does this feel so similar? I wonder what vibes this anime gave me that reminded me of another great anime. What was it? Naruto? Boruto? Nah, it can't be that trash. Bruh, this reminded me so much of Naruto that it gave me the perfect idea. Is Jujutsu Kaisen just a ripoff of Naruto or simply drawing inspiration? So we're gonna compare some of the blatant things that I thought JJK bit off of Naruto, or see if I was just reaching. So let's break this joint down. Well, first things first, I mean, this ain't nothing new in anime, the 4-man team. I mean, you have Bleach with Ichigo, Chad, Orihime, Uryu, or even Yu Yu Hakusho with Yusuke, Kua, Fox Nigga, and Sasuke Sr. But dog, the 2 things that the prior examples lack to me is the direct teacher-led 4-man squad. I mean, if you couldn't tell Naruto's Team 7 and Team Gojo is so similar, I was looking at my screen like, is this shit legal? Let's start off with the elephant in the room. Yuji and Naruto, both protagonists are hosts of powerful ancient entities, which both animes introduced in the very first episode respectively. Naruto had the 9 tails Kurama, the strongest of all the tails beasts inside him since birth, albeit not by his choice, and on the other hand, Yuji chose to swallow Sukuna's finger to save Sasuke, Megumi, in a scene that reminded me of the scene that Sasuke was saving Naruto during the Haku fight, but in reverse. Just like Kurama, Sukuna, who was the most powerful sorcerer in the world, so much that all the sorcerers in his time had to come together to defeat him. One major difference though between Sukuna and Kurama is that Sukuna is pure evil and has his own agenda, while Kurama was a wild beast that was traumatized by being used for war so many countless times. But you realize he's actually a softy who grew mad tight with Naruto. Similarly, both protagonists have similar personalities, which could just be chalked up to the shonen protagonist template. They also both are naive and lovable protagonists with a strong sense of justice, willing to put their lives on the lines for the sake of their friends. Both Itadori and Naruto have that kind of dumb charm to them, but they always show up in the nick of the time when shit gets real. Like in JJK when Itadori pulls up to save Maki and Megumi from the special grade curse Hanami at the Kyoto Goodwill event art. Itadori pulls up saving the day, and in this fight we get introduced to the Black Flash. Although one thing I did find that Naruto and Yuji differ is in how they treat their enemies. In JJK, when Itadori is trying to save Junpei, he's unable to because Mahito, aka Patch Face Dude, tricked Junpei into doing his dirty work, only to transfigure him into a human cursed monster. Ever since that moment, Itadori wanted that cursed spirit's ass. Unlike Naruto, who's always seen trying to save or forgive his ops, like at the end of the pain fight when he chose not to smoke Nagito. Megumi and Sasuke do share some character qualities besides their physical resemblance. Both Megumi and Sasuke share a common starting point in their narratives. They're portrayed as loners burdened with their dark past. Megumi carries the weight of a troubled family history, while Sasuke grapples with the trauma of his clan's massacre. This common background sets the stage for their respective journeys of self-discovery and revenge. Megumi and Sasuke are portrayed as prodigious talents within their respective universes. Megumi exhibits exceptional skill in jujutsu sorcery, possessing a rare Shikigami summoning technique. Similarly, Sasuke's prowess in ninjutsu was unmatched, particularly his skills in the fire-based techniques. Both characters possess an innate abilities that set them apart from their peers and contribute to their growth throughout the series. Both Megumi and Sasuke are driven by an intense ambition to protect those close to them and seek justice for the injustices experiences they have witnessed. Megumi's determination to save lives and prevent curses from harming others mirrors Sasuke's relentless pursuit of power to avenge his clan's demise. Their shared determination fuels their character development and propels them forward on their respective paths. While Megumi and Sasuke initially distance themselves from others, they gradually form deep connections with their comrades. Megumi's friendship with Nobara and Yuji mirrors Sasuke's friendship with Sakura and Naruto. Point blank. Both characters come to realize that the importance of their friendships in their personal growth and find solace in the support and loyalty of their companions. Also, both are part of legendary families, downright to the goddamn moody ass personalities, both of them being distant and irritable. But with Megumi, his aggression seems a little more focused. Sasuke always came off like he needed to be mad. Like, chill bro and enjoy life for 1 second. Now, one thing I will give JJK credit for, and something that they do very well, is the way they do female characters in the show. Pretty much all of them are extremely well written and are among some of my favorites in the whole show. Bringing us to Nobara Kugasaki, the clear Naruto connection with her is Sakura. Now, initially, I know what y'all gonna say. Overall, Sakura was a mid character who had great character potential. And y'all gonna be like, how can y'all compare her to the greatness of Nobara? And honestly, this one was tough. So yes, I'm going to be heavily basing my opinion off of the Shippuden version of Sakura, which is the best version of her. To which some of y'all might say, you can't do that. Yes, I can. From the jump, both of these ladies are introduced as being superficial, with Nobara wanting to go shopping when they were on break, to Sakura trying to find love, or their crazy immense strength and super high intelligence that allows them to strategize during battles and outsmart their opponents, especially like when Nobara fought against Momo. And she closed the distance by using her randomly shot off nails to use them as jump points to steal a bristle from Momo's broom so that she could use it in her curse technique. Honestly, this scene made me love her character so much because of the great character building dialogue that she has. Also, this scene showed how much she reminded me of Sakura, but at the same damn time, how much different than she was. This is how you do a female character in anime. Now, both are headstrong, but Nobara has a clear character direction that kind of washed away any Sakura comparison. And honestly, I'll admit it, any real comparison between the two can be considered a reach, as Nobara is more Tsunade and what Sakura should have been. If I said the elephant in the room was either Naruto, I lie. It has to be Kakashi and Gojo. Bruh, I think this was the one comparison I was like, how can y'all call this a reach, appearance-based wise? At least, I think it's very to say when we first meet the copycat ninja in Naruto early on, he was the strongest and coolest thing we have seen up until that point. And I think the same goes for Gojo. They both steal the scene. The main thing that made me think Gojo was inspired was the tall, spiky white / gray hair, the fact that they covered parts of their face, specifically their eyes, and then when I found out that Gojo had a legendary special eyes that allowed him to use only a move that his clan could use, I hit the internet because I knew I wasn't the only one who thought this was the case. And I found out who the real inspiration behind Satoru Gojo was. According to the Jujutsu Kaisen fanbook, Tobitake Tombo is the inspiration behind Jujutsu Kaisen's Gojo Satoru. Oh! On God, if you ask any fan of Naruto, they're gonna be like, who is this nigga? Cause the only Gojo vibes I get from him are the bandage eyes. Both Kakashi and Gojo are legends in their respective fields, and they are the teachers of their main teams in their respective stories. But after actually getting past the second episode where we get to see Gojo in action, the only thing I could actually compare was their appearance. In terms of personality, Gojo does not act like a teacher, he acts like their homie. Unlike Kakashi, Gojo is very irresponsible and ruthless. Kakashi has that hero mentality that Gojo never had. Gojo also doesn't respect authority or higher ups, like how he deliberately went against the Tokyo Jujutsu High's higher ups when they told him to pack up Itadori. Kakashi, on the other hand, was loyal to the village to a fault, for the most part, never questioning their actions. Limitless and the Six Eyes are also vastly different from the Sharingan. The Six Eyes provide their users with vast perception and immense brain processing power, allowing them to precisely manipulate the sophisticated powers of the Limitless down to an atomic level. Each of the Limitless techniques requires this type of complex curse energy manipulation, making the pairing of the Six Eyes crucial to utilizing Limitless curse techniques. To maximize their potential, the Six Eyes processes the user's curse energy incredibly efficiently, so much so that the amount of curse energy lost when the user activates a curse technique is infinitesimally close to zero. Due to this, a proper Six Eyes user will never never run out of cursed energy. While, on the other hand, the Sharingan opened Kakashi to a whole slew of jutsus that he copied and can help him see through Genjutsu. The Sharingan can also see the chakra pathway. It can only do so at a basic level, but the amount of chakra that it can consume at a base level forces Kakashi to keep his eyes covered due to the average chakra pool he has. Or even when he uses Mangekyo Sharingan for the first time in the story, the immense strain almost packed him up. But to be fair, the Sharingan is not derived from his clan. While limitless in the 6 eyes, Gojo can detect cursed energy from miles away, or see cursed energy in extreme detail, allowing him to see the flow of cursed energy. If anything, from a personality standpoint, Gojo reminds me more of Kisuke Uehara from Bleach. They both do goofy shit and have issues with authority, but when it comes down to the smoke, they are not to be messed with, as they have both some of the strongest moves in their own series, with Kosuke's Bankai being more than OP and well worth the wait. One thing I will say about the fights in JJK and Naruto is that both their fights are heavy on the hand-to-hand combat, and in JJK the fights are very reminiscent of the taijutsu scene in Naruto, but when it comes to the power system of Naruto and JJK, they are vastly different. In both universes, both of their energy sources, chakra or cursed energy, are the fuel for either jutsus or cursed energy techniques, and chakra on its own is not very visible to the naked eye unless it's highly concentrated or manifested in large amounts, or the users has some type of jojutsu, aka the Sharingan or the Byakugan. Chakra, aka the life force or stamina, is made up of 2 important types, physical and spiritual energy, with physical being derived from body cells and can be increased through physical activity or stimulants, while spiritual energy is derived from the mind's conscious and can be increased by studying, meditation, or experience. The stronger these energies get in a user, the more powerful the chakra gets. Therefore, practicing a technique repeatedly will build up experience, increasing one's own spiritual energy and thus allowing more chakra to be created. As a result, the ninja is able to do the same technique. As we see with Kakashi, the more he used Kumai, the more adept he became with it. This same cycle applies for physical energy, except the ninja needs to increase their endurance instead. While in JJK, the main driving force behind cursed energy is negative emotions like anger, fear, or grief. Emotions so strong that it can manifest into evil spirits that are made up of purely cursed energy, called cursed spirits or curses. Since emotions are essentially one of the basic things that makes us human, in the JJK world, almost every human possesses cursed energy, but the main caveat is that very small amount of humans have high enough cursed energy to actually see curses. The way JJK uses cursed energy is very different in my opinion in terms of how Naruto uses chakra, because the very bare minimum to be considered a jujutsu sorcerer is to be able to not only just see curses, but to be truly proficient as a sorcerer, one must be able to see jujutsus or the special techniques that cursed energy powers. While in Naruto, you have ninjas who are delegated to the Sentry Unit or Medical Nin. Being a ninja is more like being a job or a citizen being mandated to join the military force once a certain age is reached. In JJK, being a sorcerer is a job, but only a select few are admitted to JJ High, due to how rare it is to have the requirements to become a jujutsu sorcerer. One real cool thing about cursed energy that's unlike chakra, using Rock Lee as an example, is that in JJK, in very extreme cases, humans are able to see curses in a life or death situations. Unlike in Naruto, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. It's not like when Rock Lee was getting his ass busted at the end of the Gar fight, he magically was able to use ninjutsu. In both series, it's highly imperative that you control your energy source. In Naruto, it's important for overall output or perfection of a move like the Rasengan, a perfect example in which Naruto had to learn to rotate, increase the volume and density, as well contain his chakra to master the Rasengan. While in JJK, a jujutsu user's ability to control their cursed energy and use it to carry out certain functions is the base foundation for all jujutsu. There's a world of difference between being able to sense jujutsu and being able to use it. Yuji had to watch movies that elicited different types of emotion, and every time he will react with an emotion, this little boxing bear will put the mitts on him. Learning to control your emotions, again, is a basic foundation of learning how to apply cursed energy to not only different parts of your body, but also to weapons or to power your cursed techniques. And to be honest, I actually think that the basis of JJK's control over negative emotion is something that a lot of people in the real world could benefit from. The closest similar concept to cursed energy that the Naruto world has is negative chakra, that the yokai Nu uses in Boruto to sense the negative emotions of its targets, using that to possess them, preying on their emotions and making them give in to their darkest impulses, leaving the victims themselves unaware. Only when the victim overcomes their negative emotions or is knocked knocked out, well knew be forced out from his vessel. And honestly, it doesn't even hold a candle to cursed energy. One thing I learned from this video is that shit, maybe I just might be a hating ass gatekeeping old anime head. But watching JJK and getting lost in his world showed me that I was initially wrong with my assessment, and that the new age of anime is really great and will probably stand the test of time slightly better because it had so many greats to learn from a lot of their simple mistakes. Simply put, JJK is not some cheap ripoff of one of the greatest animes of all time. Honestly, after watching season 1 and reading the manga, it became more apparent to me that JJK is more Bleach if anything, which makes sense as you have curses and hollows, jujutsu sorcerers who are essentially acting as Shinigami for curses, or the similarities between Ryetsu and cursed energy. I mean, the creator has even been quoted as saying that he drew a lot of inspiration from Bleach. I mean, even the darker feel is more Bleach in my opinion, but that does not mean that JJK didn't also draw inspiration from Naruto. Sure, you can definitely argue some of the points I made could be simply taken from the action shown in cookie cutter template, but on the same hand, I do think that Yuji does have a lot of that Naruto charm, and their sense of justice is similar, and those early episodes really gave me those vibes. Is Team Gojo vastly different from Team 7? Yes, but I think I was able to point out some distinct similarities from the 4-man team appearance, and I mean, I don't care what anyone says. Gojo being inspired by this guy and allegedly not Kakashi is straight up new era 57 cat. Overall, JJK is great and has really made me find a love for this new generation the same way I fell in love with mine. I definitely recommend it. Go check it out if you haven't. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. Thank you, House fan, for stopping by the channel. We here at the House of Animation are dedicated to bringing you guys the best content we can and put a lot of hard work into these videos. So it would mean a lot if you could mash the like and subscribe button, and make sure to turn the noties and alerts on to make sure you don't miss out on our videos. Also, make sure to drop a comment below letting us know if you agree with this breakdown and what else you would like us to explore on this channel. And well, with that, House fam, you already know what it is, baby. Gotta blast.